student and honorable viewers, this is Mostakimul Islam, assistant teacher, Tangonmari ML High School, Jalthaka, Nilphamar. Dear student, today we will learn about voice, and voice is very important and it is very known to everyone. My dear student, look at the whiteboard. Here I have show a diagram of voice. We know that there are two kinds of voice: active voice and passive voice. My dear student, active voice and passive voice. Look at with attention, my dear student. This is the active voice: subject, verb, object. And here it is passive voice: subject. Dear student, here this is verb, PP. Dear student, here preposition. Dear student, my dear student, look at here with attention. Passive voice: subject, next auxiliary verb, principal verb. Principal verb must be PP, past participle, that means V3. After that, preposition. Finally, object. My dear student, this is the diagram of voice. The subject of active voice become object of passive voice. The object of active voice become the subject of passive voice. Here verb of active voice become verb PP, past participle, in passive voice. In every passive voice, the principal verb must be PP. That means past participle, V3. My dear student, again look at here. The subject of active voice become object of passive voice. The object of active voice become the subject of passive voice. Here the verb or principal verb must be PP or past participle or V3. Before object of passive voice, a preposition will be set up, and after subject of passive voice, auxiliary verb will be used according to tense. Okay, my dear student, now we will mention or example. Okay, my dear student, I generally write AV. AV means active voice, and passive voice means PV, passive voice. My dear student, you know there are 12 tenses in English, but if we remember that there are 3 indefinite three indefinite. That means present indefinite, past indefinite, and future indefinite. After that, continuous. There are six continuous, and there are also three perfect tense. Three perfect. My dear student, here is a technique. But six continuous tense. Continuous tense. My dear student, here I would like to explain in Bangla. Here ছয়টি কন্টিনিউয়াস টেন্স, এই ছয়টি কন্টিনিউয়াস টেন্স অ্যাক্টিভ ভয়েস থেকে প্যাসিভ ভয়েস করতে গেলে আমরা প্যাসিভ ভয়েসে শুধু মূল ভার্বের পূর্বে বিং ব্যবহার করব। যদি আমরা বিং ব্যবহার করি তাহলে ছয়টা টেন্সের আমরা অ্যাক্টিভ ভয়েস থেকে প্যাসিভ ভয়েস করতে সক্ষম হব। নেক্সট পারফেক্ট টেন্স হচ্ছে তিনটা, অর্থাৎ প্রেজেন্ট পারফেক্ট, পাস্ট পারফেক্ট, ফিউচার পারফেক্ট। এই পারফেক্ট তিনটা টেন্সের অ্যাক্টিভ ভয়েস থেকে যদি আমরা প্যাসিভ ভয়েস করি তাহলে শুধুমাত্র প্যাসিভ ভয়েসে মূল ভার্বের পূর্বে বিন ব্যবহার করতে হবে। বিন ব্যবহার করলে দেখা যাবে যে মোটামুটি প্যাসিভ করা সম্ভব হবে। আর নেক্সট থ্রি ইনডিফিনিট, অর্থাৎ প্রেজেন্ট ইনডিফিনিট, পাস্ট ইনডিফিনিট and future indefinite. Now my dear student, we will try to learn the voice sense with example. Here I am writing an example. Suppose present indefinite tense, we like it. Very simple. We like it. My dear student, look at here. This is subject, PV, principal verb. Here it is object. Subject, PV, principal verb. Here it is O. That means object. Now, my dear student, look at here. The subject of the object of active voice become the subject of passive voice. So it, here it. Okay. Now. It is present indefinite tense, so after the subject the auxiliary verb will be chapter. Here it is. Next liked. Here preposition by. It is liked by we. Here us. It is liked by us. This is passive voice. This is passive voice. Okay, my dear student, this is the very simple. This is the example of present indefinite tense. Now, my dear student, we will learn another voice from another example of past tense. My dear student, another example, I did it. It is the example of simple past. Now, my dear student, it is object. The object will be subject of passive voice, it. Okay, and after that we will use was. It was. Do, did, done. Past participle, done. Next preposition by. Here is I and me. It was done by me. This is the very easy. The subject of active voice becomes the object of passive voice, and the subject of the object of active voice becomes the subject of passive voice. And here auxiliary verb has been set up before PV, principal verb, according to tense. Okay, my dear student, it is an example of past indefinite tense. And now we will learn, my dear student, from another example. Here, I shall do it. My dear student, it is another example. Look at with very attention. Now this is object, it. Okay, we use shall, especially we use shall when the subject of a sentence become first person I. So I here is first person, so here is shall. Now it is will, we will use will. Dear student, look at here, we will, okay, it will, and next be, it will be, do, PV, here past participle, the V3, it will be done, it will be done by me. It's the example of future indefinite tense. My dear student, now here is another, I will write another example of continuous tense. Do you remember, I already mentioned you the technique. Here I'm writing a letter. My dear student, look at here, a letter is, here is being, because it is continuous tense. Being, our next written, write, wrote, written, past participle, written, preposition by, here subject I, so it is me. A letter is being written by me. Every continuous tense we must use being before PV আর প্রিন্সিপাল ভার্বের পূর্বে অবশ্যই আমরা বিং ব্যবহার করব যখনই আমরা ছয়টা টেন্সে ছয়টা কন্টিনিউয়াস টেন্স পাবো অ্যাক্টিভ ভয়েস থেকে প্যাসিভ ভয়েস করার সময়, তখন আমরা মূল ভার্বের পূর্বে এবং অক্সিলারির পরে বিং ব্যবহার করব। ওকে মাই ডিয়ার স্টুডেন্ট, নাও I will write another example. My dear student, look at here with attention. I am going to write another example. Perfect tense. I have done the work. Here, my dear student, subject, PV principal verb, this is auxiliary, and here it is O, object. So okay, my dear student, look at here, it is object, so we should set up here the word, and the word has, here is have, but here is has. We usually use have after first person or second person, or if the subject is plural, then we use have. And the work is not plural, and it is not first person or it is not second person, so we will have to use has as an auxiliary verb. Here past participle done, here we will write here done, and here auxiliary been. In three perfect tenses we will have to use been before PV or principal verb, done by, here is I, so me. The work has been done by me. Okay, my dear student, today my class is ended here, and I hope that, and in my next class I will discuss the voice in details. Till then, Allah Hafiz.